your arm? Did something fall on you? Did you fall into something?
As I was tumbling around, I had people that were falling on top of us, not on top of us, but right beside us, and so we just tumbled, and it was just a scary moment.
People did you estimate were injured?
I had heard at one time that there was about 500 people that were injured in one way or another. So there was a marshal that took control of that little area because people, like I said, were panicking. Little kids were yelling and screaming. Moms were looking for kids. And I mean, the marshal just took over. Let's calm down, have a sit down, pulling out chairs that's been tossed and turned around so that people could sit down and calm down. Taking care of the elderly first. So I saw a lot of that. I was one of those that and then he was very smart because he put everybody that was injured or the elderly to one side.
You said there was a nurses convention?
There was a nurses convention. There were several nurses from all over Texas. And they were the ones that were volunteering. They volunteered to help people on the Lido deck where I was at. They were just saying, I'm an RN, let me help you. What's happened? Where does it hurt?
It was a unreal experience. I don't know, I was like clinging to a pole like a Titanic movie.
Yeah, you were.
And my brother and all this other family, they were sitting in those dining room and they literally saw planes fly and stuff. And my daughter, luckily, this cousin right here, he made her the priority and took care of my daughter and the wife.
Dr. Shaw, you were at the dinner table as well when this happened?
I was actually. I was getting dessert, and as soon as the boat actually tilted about 30 to 45 degrees, so we could actually see the water rising up to the windows of the 8th floor that we were at, where the dining area was. And I was getting dessert, and my family and my wife were sitting at other places of the dining area. So I grabbed as soon as the boat tilted, everyone started screaming. There was glass flying everywhere. People fell on the floor. I took my dessert and my salad bowl, threw it on the floor, and I ran to my family to make sure everyone was okay. And actually, in the panic, we told everybody that was around us to go as high up on the boat as possible. So everyone went to the top deck. And some people didn't realize that when the boat was tilted down, people were running down instead of running up to balance out the boat. And so people are giving instructions and all that panic and chaos. But it was one of those experiences we'll never forget. And I feel like my dad was saying, the cruise ship handled it very beautifully. We were impressed with their ability to calm everyone down, to bring things back to an organizational level, and it was pretty amazing how they handled it.
And speak honestly about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were very honest about, what was going on. They started making announcements, and very quickly, I think.
So you were in a different area of the boat.
Yeah, I was up on the deck, where actually one of the highest parts on the boat.
You weren't near the rail.
No. Luckily, we were inside. Like, they have glass protectors, so we
Right.
weren't actually outside near the railing area. But we could see the water as we were tilting.
The water rose up to the 8th floor, or
something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We could see the water actually in our windows.
Yeah.
Oh, you could. You could see the water.
So the water came to the windows.
And how high
We were on the 8th floor that time. I think the dining area is in 8th floor. Yeah.
And your window was underwater, or you could see the water?
We could see the water. I mean, it's like maybe 1 foot away from that window. You could see it.
Quite a scary
we were like this.
Actually, also what happened was these guys were on the top deck. There's a swimming pool there, and so all the water from the swimming pool actually spilled out, including the people that were inside the swimming pool at the time that it happened. And the lawn chairs, people were sprawled out along the lawn chairs. Those lawn chairs backed up against the back of the ship. So everyone, it was as if somebody was playing with the ship, tilted the ship, and the contents of the people just shifted downwards. It was kind of scary because everyone was colliding against each other. The equipment and everything fell on people. It was kind of a scary 30 seconds.
And how long exactly did the ship list or stay listed to the left side or to the right side?
Probably a matter of a minute.
Yeah, it was
not
less than a minute.
Yeah, less than a minute.
Less than a minute.
Definitely
and it
less than
happened
a
at 12:55.
Enough to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough to cause the turbulence. That 1 minute lasted like an hour. You know?
The problem was there was an overcompensation. Like when we tilted one way to the right or whatever, then it kind of overcompensated and we started shifting left. So we had that kind of back and forth going on, at least for a couple minutes, going back and forth. But so.
When your life flashes before your eyes, 1 minute can last an entire lifetime.
Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, they send us to letter to everybody in the room. There are some, you know.
I want to take this opportunity to provide you with additional information of the situation which occurred. As you know, 12:55 p.m. we're forced to perform a sudden maneuver in order to avoid a buoy that was adrift in our path. This resulted in the ship briefly listing to the port side. While we regret this discomfort and inconvenience it may cause, rest assured that action was taken. It's absolutely necessary in order to ensure the safety of the ship and all aboard. Immediate steps were taken to stabilize the ship, but we're all sorry to report that some guests did sustain injuries and required the care of our medical center staff. Thankfully, none of the injuries are life-threatening. However, 3 guests will be sent to a hospital tomorrow upon arrival in Galveston for further evaluation. My team did a great job of completing cleanup duties as quickly as possible, and this time only the liquor section of the gift shop remains closed.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you want to put that on there. Yeah. It smells like alcohol. If you walk in there, you'll be drunk by the time you come out.
Once again, we sincerely apologize for any discomfort this may have caused. Thank you for understanding. My officers and crew will do all we can to provide you with fun and relaxing evening tonight, and we wish you a safe journey home tomorrow. So that was awaiting in your. They dropped it at your cabin.
They dropped in everybody's room actually. So there was a, this happened like within 2 hours there, and they were making announcement every 5-10 minutes. I can tell you this: there was a happy hour. They had opened up for about in 2 hours. There was all the drinks were free.
But no,
of course we didn't.
The carpet, suck on the carpet down.
No. No, there was. They did. None of our family drinks, but we got a virgin, pina coladas and things like. Thanks to.
You wouldn't have any trouble going cruising again, I suppose.
Absolutely
not at all.